This is SistaSkwod. I'm your girl Justice.
And I'm your girl Sara.
And today, I know that I speak on behalf of both of us when I say that we are extremely humbled as well as honoured to welcome a very special guest to the SistaSkwod platform today. This sister is remarkable. She's a midwife, a healer, a therapist, and a yoga instructor. Author of many books, including Sacred Woman and Overcoming an Angry Vagina, Journey to Womb Wellness. This lady has been sharing the teachings and benefits of a holistic lifestyle for over 4 decades now. Queen Afua, welcome to the SistaSkwod platform. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
I am so grateful for being in the SistaSkwod platform. Thank you for having me. You don't know how excited we are.
We are.
I'm just as excited as you are.
I must say, when I got the confirmation that we were going to do this interview, I was just like, wow, Sara, I can't believe this, because, having been a follower of the holistic kind of living and approach to life, from yourself, as well as others like Dr. Layla Africa, Dr. Sebi, and another lady, Dr. Pukram, I was just, really, these are people I look up to, So, while I was doing a bit of prep for the show, I did stumble across one of your books, The City of Wellness, Restoring Health and in the 7 Kitchens of Consciousness. So could you tell, us a little bit more about that?
That book was written based on, there's so many different levels of food, and my specialty is food as medicine. Right. Just as the doctor may use a scalpel for surgery, and one other doctor may use radiation therapy, and others may use pharmaceutical drugs, I use food as medicine in that way, that it is in harmony to nature. So I would use, based on the elements and where your blockages are or where your wellness, I would then put into and pour into your body temple the foods that will help to raise you out of the disease state into a state of wellness, physically, mentally, emotionally, and even through relationships, because we have a relationship with food. And if we're unhealthy within ourselves, we also bring in unhealthy relationships with our mates, with our family, and our food. It's all really one.
Yes,
and so I use 7 Kitchens of Consciousness to help to lift us up. For every circle inside of you, which are 7 primary circles, these are your chakras, or the Africans would call them Ari. And as you put the right healthy foods to feed those different reats, then your body, mind, and spirit is now healed, and you're taken out of a disease state into a vibrant, healthy state through the food as medicine.
Right. So it's all in the interconnectedness of food and life.
Absolutely. And so I can call out those 7 kitchens of consciousness because we all fall in one of those kitchens or rise in them. We have the Soul Food Vegan Kitchen of Consciousness. Mm-hmm. And in that kitchen, that's the International Soul Food Kitchen. So you have the Caribbean Soul Food. Mm-hmm. You have the African Soul Food. You have the Southern Soul Food. These are foods that have the flavor, the taste, the texture of your tribe, your clan, but they're healthy. And so I did some doctoring of them, and I took out the portion that might be microwaved or heavy salts or the sugar or the dairy or the fried and the GMOs. And I removed all of that, and I put in place the wholeness of that food, that healthy combination. And then the liver heals, the kidneys heal, the gallbladder heals, the womb heals, the emotions balance out, the blood stays clean. So your food is medicine. That's the first kitchen of the 7. The second kitchen is the manifestation kitchen of consciousness. And that kitchen deals with your lunchtime, because when you reach lunch, that's when you're at your highest point. The sun is highest in the sky, and that's when you manifest your greatest power.
Is that so Queen Afua, is that afternoon time when you say at the lunchtime?
That's midday. That's midday. That's when you are to bring forth your greatness. For example, I deal with cosmic time. So in the 4 o'clock in the morning is when you receive the channel, what you're supposed to do. And by the time you reach 12 o'clock, you actually are manifesting what you gathered at 4 o'clock. When you get between 4 and 6 in the morning, you get that channel, you get that aha moment, you get that spiritual instruction. By 12 o'clock, it is manifest. But if you're eating foods that are toxic, you will short circuit yourself, and you will not bring forth your greatness. And just that's being aware that what kinds of foods, what nourishment you will put in the body that will keep you on that very high frequency. And so that's the manifestation kitchen. And as I go from kitchen to kitchen, I'm going through the chakras. So the third kitchen is the sun food kitchen, which is your digestive system. And in the sun food kitchen, that means all live foods. So I teach the live foods because the sun, through the sun, goes into the plant through photosynthesis, and it brings life into the plant. And we take those plants in that they're still alive, our organs become alive, and we have longevity. People are passing away prematurely. Diseases are the norm. But when you're taking foods directly from the sun's light, you have that electrical energy in the body. Then you have superpower. You have massive energy because that's what the sun gives to us. And then you go into the fourth kitchen, which is the emerald green kitchen, and that is with the heart. But the more greens that you have in your lifestyle, the more courage you have. The more love you have, the more forgiveness you'll have, the more that you saturate your tissues and cells with the green juices, the green salads, the herbs, the saturating your body in that way will repair the body. So if there is a cancer, if there is a colon cancer, a wound cancer, if a cancer of the bones, when you start to repair the body through the green, the body will repair itself through the green living. And then you go into the fifth kitchen, and that's the fastest kitchen, and that deals with the throat. That deals with communication. So that's when you liquefy. And our bodies are made up of 75 liquid and 80%, 75 to 80% liquid and 15-20% mass. So if we would take the liquids on the highest frequency, then we would be flexible enough to make changes and shifts when it was time, that we would be able to speak the word and create it and form, that we'll be able to overcome, and as opposed to holding grudges and holding anger in the body, which then translates into cancer in the system. By fasting and cleansing, you'll be able to come to that high frequency, that high pitch of living and being. So that's this is the throat. The sixth kitchen of consciousness is the healer's kitchen. As you're going from this case, from kitchen to kitchen, it's a state of consciousness that you're evolving. And by the time you reach that sixth kitchen, your pineal gland is open. And then you can see your past and why you created it through the foods that you're eating. Your food creates your DNA, the food creates your tissues, your cells, and so on. So that's the sixth, and the last one is the liberation kitchen. So that deals with the 7 kitchens of consciousness, restoring health to be set through those kitchens.
That's actually quite awesome, because I heard a lecture that you did, and you opened the lecture by saying this: there is no such thing as junk food. It's either junk or it's either food. And and that resonated with me, because I was like, oh. And you go on to say stuff about that even vegetarian and vegan food can be junk food. And I know that I've gone to, a very well-known health food shop that begins with...
We won't mention any names.
W and ends with food. And there is lots of junk in there, you know? And I think that sometimes people misunderstand and think that if they're eating vegan or vegetarian, that it's always healthy. But that doesn't seem to be the case.
No, that's not the case. But you know what? There are levels of evolution. So it's not like everyone's going to go all into all live foods. So how I teach with there's 4 liberties, or what we call diets. And so there will be one, I would say, would be the flexitarian level. And I'm a vegetarian. I'll be considered chlorophyllon. That's what I would be considered. But I eat at least 80% of all green foods. And then I have a little bit of nuts and seeds every now and again, and fruits and water and tea and such. Most people are not going to go to that level. So I meet everyone where they are. So you have many that will be flexitarians: chicken and fish, organic chicken, remove the skin, eat between hours of 12 and 4. But start that meal with a big salad and some maybe steamed veggies or whole grains. And so that is a big leap for someone who's eating beef and pork and goat and lamb and microwave and junk and processed and cooked, fried and all of that. So they have to clean that out so that you don't lose anyone. You're going to lose your mother, your father, your mate if you try to make them go into a all full, out vegetarian, vegan lifestyle. So those who are on that level, it makes it easy for them to transition into healthier living, and it won't be such a crisis. They won't go through such a detox crisis.
Sure.
Because one can change and then go into total live or go into total juicing, and then the crisis will be waste will be coming out of their nose, their mouth, anally, so much so to they think they're getting sick when they're getting well, but it's happening too quickly.
Right.
So I pace them. So flexitarian is the beginner's level, vegetarian is the second intermediate level, advanced level is the live food, and then the really super level is when you incorporate high levels of liquefying the body with specific juices and herbs to really repair the liver, the kidney, the gallbladder, the brain, and so on.
That is really interesting, because I think naturally, I think I'm a flexitarian. I think I no longer eat red meat or chicken.
Yes.
And that for me has been a process that I've just slowly and gradually, had to wean myself off these foods that were highly addictive to me. So now I find myself, I'm probably 80% vegetarian, and then the other 20% I'm a pescatarian, where I'll eat fish.
Well, congratulations for making that leap.
Thank you, Queen Afua.
Yes.
Thank you.
Every milestone, we must acknowledge it and lift ourselves up in it. And what happens is the cravings, whatever the cravings are, sometimes the cravings is meat, sometimes the cravings is dairy, sometimes the craving is toxic relationships. We have cravings. Mm-hmm. The cravings are in the blood. If you clean out the blood, you clear the craving, and it won't be painstaking. It won't be difficult. So that's one of the reasons why I have formulas that I'll be bringing with me to help to break the cycle, the food pathology. I say the food pathology because it's passed down through our bloodline, where our mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers ate. We tend to eat the same things, even if it's not good for us, because it's already in our makeup, it's in our DNA. But when you start to cleanse, you realize that you don't crave that, because nature does provide. You can move into vegetable protein and start having your beans, your peas, your lentils, your avocados, your seeds, your sprouts, and then you'll find that cancer that is running rampant in the family, that it's not going to be your case. Yeah. So just because your mother had fibroid tumors, or your aunt had fibroid tumors, or hysterectomy as a result, does not mean it's going to happen to you, because it's really primarily it's in the lifestyle. And the higher you go up in the lifestyle, the less you're going to be subjected to any form of disease. You will be giving more and more, giving yourself an opportunity to have a complete life of optimal wellness and vitality.
Wow.
That is, I think there's so much to take in there, and you mentioned you're going to be bringing over some products. So just to let our listeners know that Queen Afua is actually coming to the UK. And I think that if you haven't been to one of her conferences, her talks, her tours, then you definitely need to come to this. And all the information will be in the description box. So you are actually coming on the 15th of October. It's your London showcase. And what are you hoping that women will be able to take away from the showcase?
Just the fact that we're having this conversation, that I am actually coming to London, is just so exhilarating. I look forward to seeing you all, because I haven't been there for some years, and I'm just so delighted that our sister is pulling us together. Yeah. Sister Selina was pulling all this together.
Yeah, give a shout out to Sister Selina for making even this interview happen,
Yes. And the thing is, she's been with me for years, because she's trained as an immigrant practitioner through my teachings, based on the City of Wellness, based on Heal Thyself. She's taken that in as her walk, and she also is trained as a sacred woman. And so, for her to open the way in this way, it's just extraordinary.
Very much so.
I give thanks. I'm bringing it all. First of all, I'm traveling with my son. We call ourselves the first family of wellness. I'm bringing my eldest son, Supernova Slam, hip hop medicine.
I follow him on Facebook.
Okay, you're gonna have a great time then.
I follow Supernova. Hey, Supernova. Steve. Hello.
He's the author of Divinity. and he's gonna be talking about no excuse wellness. He is going to bring London into full fitness.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, and it's going to be such a joy. He's going to do some hip hop based on wellness
Yeah.
and all of that. So just he's coming with it. And then I'm coming with my son, and that's Ali Terrain. He is a mastermind of putting this work together. Him and Selina are working together, shoulder to shoulder, making sure this is the reality. He's in charge of how it all flows and the products and setting up this trip, this tour. So it's just like wonderful. So our family's been doing this work before they were born. It's amazing. We've been doing this as a family, and we've touched maybe 1 million people by now with the healing.
Yeah.
And so now that's Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday. Yes. So Saturday is like I'm doing something that people don't normally see, because I'm going to be doing what's called Overcoming Quietly. The subtitle: If your vagina could speak, what would she say?
Can I just, Queen Afua, I need to say something. I have your book here. I've got to confess, I think I had an angry vagina. I absolutely don't mind admitting that. I had an angry.
I'm so proud of you that you said, because that's going to be you on detox on the spot. I'm coming in. I'm going to be in my living room, and y'all going to be at my party. And we're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to shout. We're going to leap. We're going to pray. We're going to love. We're going to heal. So come on out with your angry vaginas.
Yeah, that sounds like a wicked invitation.
And let's heal all of us, because you know what? The men are going to come out, because when a woman is upset, he's messed up.
That's right. When a woman's fed up,
there's no peace.
No.
If he's feeling happy and loved up, then he's going to be loved up and happy as well. So he's coming out. The men are coming out. It's a family healing.
It's a family affair. No, we definitely need some healing. We need some healing over here.
Definitely. So that's Saturday night. So we'll be doing the show. It'll be 9. Supernova will open up. I hear there's going to be a African dance company's going to be opening up his portion and open. Then I come out with the Overcoming. I'm bringing 2 sisters with me. We're going to dance. It's going to be great. And
Wow.
then at 9:30, we're going to have the first family that's going to sit down and do a Q&A with everyone. And then on Sunday, we're going to have a woman healing 1-day retreat. Wow. The tickets are going very quick. We're going to have a womb yoga session. It's going to be our womb wellness private work. We're going to do our breast healing, and we're going to go through the gateways, and all your questions are going to be answered in that forum. But
do you hear that, people? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be doing that following Monday. I'll be doing consultations based on so conditions are. I deal with 103 diseases. So, yes, I will dance, I will sing, I will perform, and I'll be the drama queen. But when it comes to your wellness and preventing those fibroid tumors and getting rid of the issues, I sit down for serious consultation, and there'll be 30-minute sessions, and I will tell you exactly what formulations are needed for you to restore your body, mind, and spirit. So I'll be doing that for 2 days. And I will be doing a book signing. We're not saying exactly where that book signing is going to be right now. We're working that out, but I will be doing a book sign. I know some of you are going to bring your old books. I'll sign old books, and then we'll be the full book.
So cool.
This
so
is
we're just going to have wonderful week together.
This is absolutely brilliant, because how I got to hear of you, Queen Afua, was through the book, The Sacred Woman. And whenever I'm ever giving any talks, especially to women, around, because not only did I have an angry vagina, but I was also a drama queen. Yes. And I had terrible relationships. So I did it's like a one-woman show called Confessions of a Former Drama Queen, of which my sister Justice hosted me.
Hey. Yeah.
Wow. And one of the things I talk about in Confessions of a Former Drama Queen is Sacred Woman. And its healing powers, and how it healed me, especially the 9 gateways. But there was a really poignant part in the book, and it's this: that I found as a Black woman, I never really looked at my vagina or my womb without it being for medical purposes or for sexual purposes. Mm-hmm. I never knew myself. I never understood myself as a whole woman. So that was one of the real learning points I took, to be able to look at myself as a woman and not just a baby making machine, a sexual object for men. Because I know you talk a bit about patriarchy as well, not an object for men, and not just to go and have my monthly smear, my yearly smear tests and things like that, but I am actually a whole being, you know, and that was very poignant for me.
Well, thank you so much. Drama queen. I'm a drama queen. No, what it is that you can have a toxic drama queen experience and you just stay there.
Yeah.
Or you can have an elevated divine drama.
And
when the
evolve.
sisters go through their 12 weeks, their rites of passage. And we're going to have the sacrament rites of passage in London.
Come on.
Ooh.
Okay, sisters. So we successfully graduated 100 women. 20 of those, 50 some of the women were from different cities. One was from the UK, one was from Alaska, one was from Canada, and everyone else from different parts of the United States. And about 55 women were here physically, and I would call the mothership in Brooklyn with me. Now, we successfully got those through, so we know that if 100 women in London break loose with this work online, so you'll be every Tuesday, you'll be able to see me. I'm quite animated. They'll see the students in the class, and they'll be able to go through this process. So we're looking forward for 100 women to join us and be inspired to work together. And then once a month, we're going to come together. Selina's going to work at a location. We'll come once a month at a location where y'all can come together as sister to sister and
SistaSkwod
together.
SistaSkwod.
So that's what's on the page. That's the squad.
SistaSkwod. Yes, SistaSkwod.
Well, I'm so glad to talk about the womb, my beloved. Talk about the womb. And I look at the womb as 3 womb centers. And we'll do a prayer. And I would say this prayer awaken the womb of your mind for what you think you create, you birth. We take that in. We know that our consciousness creates our womb conditions. Then we go into our heart center and we breathe deep and we put it in prayer. We say, awaken the womb of my heart for what I feel, I birth, I create. And we breathe in deep as one force of nature. And then we say, put our hands over our right ovary and our left ovary, protecting our fallopian tube. And we then say, awaken our seed of creation for what we think and what we feel. We birth through our seed of creation. And today, this day, we birth womb wellness. We birth a new world of body, mind, spiritual wholeness, but we have awakened. See, the world shifts when women wake up. Takes her proper seat on the planet and realizes she is the primary healer of herself, of her family, and of her community, that everyone goes up. There is a prayer that our ancient African Nile Valley ancestors gave to us, and that prayer tells it who we are, and I will give it to you. Let's do it together as the 3 of us, and that represents the Merkut, all right? That's the pyramid. Repeat with me. I am the woman who lightens the darkness.
I am the woman that lightens the darkness.
I have come to lighten the darkness.
I have come to lighten the darkness.
It is lightened.
It is lightened.
I have overcome the destroyers.
I have overcome the destroyers.
I am there for those who weep.
I am there for those who weep.
Who hide their faces.
Who hide their faces.
Who sunk down.
Who sunk down.
They looked upon me then.
They looked upon me then.
I am a woman.
I am a woman.
I am a healer.
I am a healer.
Now that is who we are.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Queen Afua.
I am talking right now to the healers. And we just need our tools. And our tools have always been there for us, but we didn't even know. Sometimes the blessing is right in your face, but until you get guidance, you don't even know it's there.
That's right.
That's what the gateways are all about.
That's right.
When we're speaking of Tahuti, and we know that we can speak words and that words are medicine, either words can build or words can destroy. So when you become conscious, then you can build a whole new family, a whole new life, a whole new walk. When you look at Meshkinet, and the glyph of Meshkinet is she squats down and she births herself. That's birthing your purpose, your work, your mission. Selina is living her life's mission. That's why this is coming together so effortlessly. effortlessly because she is on path. Each one of us, you sisters, right, doing the work you're doing, you're working from the gateway up to Hootie. But we all must birth our sacred purpose. If not, we'll be miserable. We'll be sick. We die early. We're vexed. All of that happens when we don't live who we are.
Wow.
We go from the gateway of Newt. Newt represents the universal sky mother. And she helps us repair our wounds so we're not hemorrhaging every month. We call it our menstrual flow. But we're bleeding 5, 7, 8 days, 10 days. And that sets us up for a fibroid tumor. And if not addressed, it sets us up for a hysterectomy. And so we're going to prevent all of that. We're going to reverse the aging process of our wombs, of our hearts, and of our minds. And we will be whole women. That's what this trip is about. It's about bringing the women out, letting them know that they are healers and that we're not without means. And once you learn these lessons, then you have enough information to heal your family. Now that's power. That is power.
That is powerful. Really powerful.
And that, you know, that takes them. We're not angry anymore. So you're only angry when you feel you don't have tools. But when you know that you have knowledge and you know how to lift yourself up and all your relations, then you're not angry. Because one of the things about that is you only feel angry because you don't feel you can change something.
Yeah.
But change is from within. I always said the power to heal is within. And that we have the mighty power to heal ourselves. But where is the power? You've got to go inside to find it.
Yeah, to manifest that power.
Yes, it's the treasure chest. And so through the gateway of Nebuchadnezzar, you get a chance to wake up that intuition. You know, we all get that second, you know, like that aha moment, that intuitive spirit speaks to us. And whenever we don't listen, we say, oh my gosh, I should have listened.
Yeah.
We snap our fingers and say, we should have listened. But when we listen to that first voice, that's when everything works out.
Yeah.
And that's a training. You got to learn how to hear it and then be obedient. But you can't be obedient if your body's full with junk and processed and fast and alcohol and drugs. You can't tap into your power, your natural, most high given power. That's what we're going to tap into. And then we're going to do it through the drama. We're going to do it through movement. I'm going to have every 700 people going to stand up and they're going to dance with us that night. The night that's Saturday. So get yourself ready because healing is not just one way.
You heard it, people, from the Queen herself. It's an event not to be missed. Yeah?
That's the Most High doing. You know, we're vessels. The Most High talks through us. And that's why I actually said that. Yes, I will stand on that. I'll stand on that pyramid.
What do you think? You talk a lot about relationships as well, about healing relationships. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the toxic relationships that we as women can experience? I mean, you only have to go online and see some of the negative commentary between our brothers and our sisters. What ultimately, apart from healing ourselves, what can we do in the community to alleviate some of that? Because we are bashing each other, man. We're hurting each other so viciously, so publicly.
Yes, well, you know, we're still dealing with Willie Lynch.
Yeah.
Okay, so once you realize wherever you are in the world, we're affected by it. Even if you say, well, it didn't happen to my family, you know, but it did happen to us as a whole. Mm-hmm. So when a river, if you drop poison into the river, it's going to carry over. It's going to go into the different rivers on the planet. Yeah. If you have a people who have been on 400 years of chattel slavery, our people, 8 generations from mother to grandmother, it just goes throughout. Mm-hmm. And then you come here 3 generations from that. We're impacted by that. And it was never for us to unify. It was designed. It was Willie Lynch who designed the formula that we would never unify, because if we unify, then we'll be empowered and we'll be able to raise ourselves up from the dead. Mm-hmm. So when we use our tongue to lash at each other as opposed to help each other, then we're actually destroying ourselves. It's a body of people. You cannot expect your heart to be healthy if your blood is toxic. Right. You cannot expect your mind to be clear if your womb is infested with fibroid tumors and cysts. It's a body that we have to heal. So I am my sisters and my brothers' responsibility and keeper. So it would not be wise for me to curse my brothers and sisters if I want to lift myself up, because we are one, really. But it would be wise for me to help my brothers and sisters who need a helping hand. So if you see someone falling, put your hand out and lift them up. That makes you whole. Because if you have a toxic word to speak out, they always come back. It's called Shai karma. What you put out, it always comes back
to you.
So you want to make sure your karma is good. And as you start to elevate yourself and clean out, detoxify, you will be what is called hekau. Hekau is an ancient word for words of medicine, words of power. And I'm going to bring the music. I'm bringing the medicine soul music, hekau. And some of the prayer is, Divine Creator, assist us. I'll say us rather than me, but when you read it from Sacred Woman, I'm reading from the book. In speaking hekau, words of power. May my words be anointed. May my words not damage a soul. Divine Mother, help me to speak words that heal, words that empower, words that build, words that transform. Help me to guard my words so no venom passes my lips and no destruction results from my speech. Rather may my words impart light, and it goes on. So goodness and mercy will follow us all the days of our lives.
Right.
And the tone is hekau. And so if you've said words that destroy someone else because maybe your mother or father told you weren't good enough when you was a little child, and then someone else, you had a mate, you argued and you cursed because that's what you heard as a child.
Yeah.
See, it's recycled energy.
Yeah, recycled,
negative words are recycled
pattern.
energy, and it usually comes from within the family. So who is going to break that pathology? The word pathology that destroys. Choose your words wisely, because your words will fall upon your next generation, your children's children. So make sure that you put out the best words for your people, to uplift your people. As Marcus Garvey said, up, you mighty people. You can accomplish what you will. So build us up. Don't bring us down. That's our responsibility. That's our love for each other.
Words are power.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think it's so, because like you say, the toxicity of the food we eat, the world we live in with climate change and pollution and all the negativity that we take on board, we can get into spaces with our brothers, especially as women, and we can get ratty and cranky and we can hit out. But then what you're affirming and what you're charging us with is to build as opposed to tear down. Yeah. And I think as women we have that responsibility, being nurturers, being carriers of life, that we have that responsibility to lift and to build.
Yeah.
And it's by default that we're almost tearing things down. So it's really good that you're sending all this positive affirmation and words of wisdom. Sisters, I hope you're listening. This is words of wisdom, so you have to come out.
Definitely.
To the event. You literally have to
an event not to be missed.
Exactly.
There's so much benefits to it. You're going to walk away with so much knowledge. And as we're learning, knowledge is power. There's been arguments that knowledge isn't power. Knowledge is power in the right hands.
And I give thanks for that, for you acknowledging the male and the female, because there's a portion in the play that I will be speaking, I forgive you, will you forgive me? And it's very interactive, this play. I will be pulling 3 women. I'll just say, who are the sisters who still have an angry vagina? Please run up here right quick. And they'll run up and they'll say, I need 3 brothers who are angry because you have I won't tell. I said, just angry men. They're not going to say they have an angry prostate. I said, who are the ones? And they're not going to come up. The men are not coming up. So I'm going to go in the woods. I'm going to go get them. I don't care. You come, and they'll come with me when I grab them. And they'll stand before each other. And I will then give them this piece. And then the audience usually cries because it hits them that they have been holding grudges for their fathers, for their mates, for themselves. And there's a point where who says it first? So I will then say in their behalf, each one, I'll go to the right. I forgive you. Will you forgive me? I'll go to the male. I forgive you. Will you forgive? He'll say, I forgive you. Will you forgive me? Because I will be the symbol of their mothers that they're angry at, that their wives that they're angry at, their grandmothers, that they're past. And so we will be symbols. And so as we charge those 6, we will go out into the vineyard to the community in the audience, and then we will pour it on them, and then they will pour it on each other, and our hearts will open up, and we will be lifted up and charged out of that unforgiving, angry state that keeps us stagnated, that keeps us in a battlefield, that keeps us divorcing, that keeps us hurting each other through words and through thoughts and through actions and through deeds. We're coming together to purify ourselves and all our relations that evening. That is
amazing, isn't it?
Amazing and awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remind our sisters of the details so that they...
And the brothers need to, turn up too. Yeah, the brothers need to turn it too.
Here, yeah. Absolutely. So basically, the event is on the 15th of October. That's the London showcase. And tickets can be got from Queen Afua, London.eventbrite.com. I'm going to put all the information in the description box. The Sacred Woman Retreat that I'm very excited about attending is on the 16th of October. And again, tickets can be sought from Queen Afua, London.eventbrite.com. And then you're obviously off. Queen Afua is doing 1-hour consultations on the 17th and 18th of October. And so you can book slots for that. And you can please call Selina. Now, I just want to give a massive big up to Selina Brown. She's the founder of Little Miss Creative, and she is a Birmingham-born chick. And the work that Selina does around empowering and healing and speaking life into people is absolutely amazing. I've had the pleasure of doing working not necessarily with her, but with her in a big capacity. We delivered some workshops to some young people in a school, and Selina had those young girls crying and getting all that stuff that they had been carrying out. So we really want to make some noise for Selina.
Yeah.
Ticket for the consultation with Queen Afua, you can do so by calling Selina on 0121 403 3773. There'll also be stores there, and again, for more information, contact Selina Brown at selina@selinabrown.com. But all this information is going to be in our description box. Queen Afua, it has been such a pleasure talking to you. You have been, though this is the first time we have spoken, I just want you to know that you have been instrumental in me going from chaotic, toxic drama queen to divine drama queen to divine drama queen.
That's right, girl.
And I have been developing Confessions of a Former Drama Queen based literally off the work that Sacred Woman. So you put your whole into Sacred Woman, and I took it all out. You did it for me. I'm so honoured. It has been such a pleasure.
It has. It really has.
Thank you so much. I so look forward to seeing you. I'll bring you a little gift. I have a little gift for you. So thank you so much for bringing me. You're the first one. You opened the way.
Yay! Oh, wonderful.
For my first interview. So I give thanks.
We are very blessed.
First of many. Yeah?
This is what SistaSkwod is about. It is about promoting sisters, and it is, you speak about the Sacred Woman Village. This is it. We are platforming amazing women,
amazing
work, amazing philosophies,
Thank you so much. But we are going to do Man Heal Thyself too while we're there. Supernova the Song, Hip Hop Medicine Man, and Ali and Michi the Great. They're going to work together, brother to brother, and they're going to talk to the men, so the men don't have to feel like this is slighted in any way.
See, there's something to you there.
Tune in. They will be extremely excited to be part.
I'm sure, because I already hear them say, well, what about us? I'm already hearing so we have them covered. Okay?
They got your back.
We have not forgotten you, brothers, but please listen, share this cast, let everybody get the jewels, and get yourself down to the event on the 15th of October. This is us saying goodbye.
Over and out. Peace and love. And again, thank you, Queen Afua.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.